What's up everyone? eHero Evan here, finally bringing you back another Hero Deck profile. It's been over a year since I've made a Hero Deck profile, but surprise, here's one. I haven't been playing this game too much, at all recently, because I just don't like the format. Goki suck, I hate Firewall Dragon, and it's work. So, in case you see this map, this is where I work since January. Yeah. So let's just get into heroes. 2 Shadow Mist. So I ended up going 5-3 with this deck at the original. I placed 58th out of around 205. I didn't expect to do too well, and my tiebreakers were atrocious. I think my best tiebreaker ended up getting 35th, I think. So yeah, not good tiebreakers. So anyway, 2 Shadow Mist. If you've played heroes in the past 3.5 years, you should know what this does. You can release 1 effect per turn and only once per turn. Either when it's sent to graveyard, add any hero monster from deck to hand, or when on special summon, add a change quick play spell card from deck to hand. I just played mass change in this build, and no form change, no mass change too, just keep it simple. Next card is the card that brought this deck back to life. Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. This card's finally TCG, came out of the Megatins. In case if you don't know, he is pretty much just Elemental Hero Goblindburgh. On summon, you can summon a level 3 or hero monster from your hand. Also, if this thing is sent from your side, it is sent from the field to the graveyard from the effect of a spell card. You can target 1 other level 4 or hero monster in your graveyard and special summon it in defense. So if you mash change him, get back something. If you polymerization on field, get back something. That effect isn't used too much, but when it does come up, it's incredibly helpful. Next 3 cards. 3 of one of the best combo starters in the deck, Vision Hero Vion. This card is straight up better than Elemental Hero Blazeman in every single way, except for not having the Elemental Hero name. So you can't e-call into him, you can't hero lives into him. You can only search him out through things like Rhoda and Shadow Mist. However, if you do get him, he is incredibly good. On summon, just add any hero monster from deck to graveyard, and once per turn, you can banish a hero from your grave, add a poly from deck to hand. Both effects are incredibly helpful. The second effect is really important for OTKs, or for helping to unbrick this next card. Just to hear Malicious. Banish a copy from grave, summon another one from deck. Easy. If you open 1, you can unbrick it with Poly and Vion. However, if you open 2, then it's just GG's, you can't really do much. X Monster. Honest Neos, this card, give a hero plus 25 attack. He helped me OTK once. He's not all that great, I usually side it out. But it can get the job done in some matchups. Next card, I play 1 Destiny Hero Celestial. Not a lot of decks play this card, but it is pretty cool for after you do Gumblar stuff. Because Gumblar typically leaves you with no cards in hand. So what it does, it has an on-field effect that doesn't really matter at all. I never used it and probably never will. But the important part is his graveyard effect. Except in the turn it was sent to grave, you can banish it and another Destiny Hero. And you also have to have no cards in hand. You draw 2. So once more after Gumblar, you typically have nothing in hand except 1 card for your next turn draw. So you just add this off Isolde, dump it off Gumblar, and you're good to go for next turn. Just banish itself in the 3rd copy of Malicious, that's the end in your graveyard. Those are for all the hero monsters. Next up, one Attack Gainer. Just a level 1 Earth Warrior tuner that you can make Nat Beast with off of with Solid Soldier. Next are the hand traps. Triple Ash Blossom. Barely saw this thing throughout the day. Wait, no, I don't think I even drew this once throughout the whole regional. No, I drew it once, but it was dead. So yeah, Ash Blossom. Last 4 monsters are the 3 Cyframe Gamma and the 1 Cyframe Driver. Unlike nearly every other hand trap, Gamma is a really good card during your own turn because of things like Ash Blossom and Jewel Unlock where it's hurting you a lot. Well, Jewel doesn't really hurt this deck all too much, but Ash Blossom definitely does. So if you hero lives in the Ash Blossom, you use your Gamma. If you e-call or Rhoda and then Jewel Unlock you afterwards, you use your Gamma. Then on your opponent's turn, if you use something like Isolde, Gamma to pop it and negate it. Gamma's just pretty good in this deck in general. I probably wouldn't play this deck without Gamma. However, Gamma wasn't all too helpful at the regional. I never used it on my own turn. So, yeah. Gamma is really good, but it wasn't that helpful for me, but I will still definitely keep it in the deck. The spells, I'll always say this is the worst card in the deck, but it really is one of the best cards in the deck. Hero Lives. If you control no face-up monster, summon a level 4 lore hero monster from elementally hero monster from your deck. So you just use it, summon Shadow Mist, grab Mass Change, and that's about it. I won one game because I went first. Hero Lives, he had Ash, and I just played a second Hero Lives, and that got me through to the Gumblar combo, and that's all I need to win. It's a Gumblar, man, and that's how this deck wins. Next, 3E Color search out Solid Soldier. You almost never search out Shadow Mist, hence why you only play 2, as opposed to 3 in the older builds from a couple years back. You never really want Shadow Mist in hand, except if you already have a Solid Soldier, and you don't have a way to access Vion. Because then you just add Shadow Mist, summon off Solid Man, grab your Mass Change, then Isolde summons Vion from deck, then that will get the melee to get all your plays going. Next 3 cards. Triple Mass Change, just Dark Law all day. Also something cool with this card is if the Veiler, your Solid Soldier, you can Mass Change it out into Diane, then your Solid Soldier still goes through. So, that's cool. Next, 3 Sky Striker Hornet Drones. I don't own engages, so I didn't play them. So I just played the 3 Hornet Drones. If you don't know what it does, if you control no monsters in the main monster zone, you just activate it. Summon a Sky Striker token, which is a warrior, which is really important for where Isolde plays. Something else you can do is activate Hero Lives, then chain Hornet Drones, because both cards you have to control monsters pretty much. You are able to control a monster and have both cards resolve properly. So if you Hero Lives, chain Hornet Drones resolves first, summoning your token, and then since having no monsters on field is only the activation requirement for Hero Lives, you still get your Shadow Mist summoned. So that's 2 monsters for your Soul Day right there. And that's really all you need. Then all your plays go from there. Next card, Rhoda. Only way to search Vion. Vion's the best card in the deck, probably. So, yeah. Probably just to search off Vion for either an OTK going second or going first to Unbrick Mally in your opening hand. Next, Monster Reborn, because it's Monster Reborn. This is a combo deck, and Monster Reborn helps extend those combos. Next, Triple Called by the Grave, because hand traps suck. You never want to get hand trapped in this deck. Next, I play the 5 equips for Isolde. 5 because most of the time you're summoning a level 4 off Isolde, and you don't want to draw one and have Isolde be dead. So the 1 Phoenix Blade. Mainly for Gumblar. If you summon Attack Gainer, that's the one you dump. It's the one you always want in the graveyard no matter what. You got Moon Mirror Shield. This is the one that's okay to draw with another equip, since it can put itself back in deck. 1 Axe of Fools. The equip monster gets 1000 attack, but negates the effect, and during each standby phase of the owner of the monster's equipped to, they take 500. So it just baits out Trigate, or Trigate's negated. So no Trigate effects. It's pretty cool. 1 Noble Arms Arfidutor. It's the best one going second against back row decks. It just pops a set card, and you lose 500 attack. But like all other Noble Arms cards, except Excalibur, if it's destroyed and sent to grave, you can re-equip it onto a Noble Knight once per turn. So you just put it on your warrior, pop something, make Isolde, it gets destroyed by game mechanics, then it comes back in the Isolde, and then you get to pop another card for free. And that's why that's played. Last equip is Living Fossil. Just another monster one, just more combo extenders in case if you draw it. When I do dump 4 equips, I usually keep Living Fossil in the deck for combo plays later on. Extra deck was a little bit rushed, I guess. I didn't know what to play in it. In reality, I probably could have played some better things, but that's what I played. Double Dark Law, 2 came up a lot. I will never cut it down to 1 in this deck. 1 Anki because he is really cool for OTKs. Just run over something, grab another mass change. Or you can also attack directly by half his attack, so 14. And that could be the difference in some games. Never came up for me though. 1 Diam, he helps your solid man dodge Veilers if you have a mass change. Also, if he destroys a monster by battle sensitive grave, you can summon a level 4 Aloy hero monster from your deck. So if you didn't use Shadow Mist effect this turn, just summon Shadow Mist from deck, grab your mass change. 1 Destiny Hero Dangerous. His effect is completely useless in this deck. Well, probably not, but to me it's useless. The only thing I care about is this line that says, if this camera will focus. I don't think it wants to focus. It's not focusing. But his fusion materials is 1 Destiny Hero and 1 Dark Monster. So the Vion and the Malicious in your hand makes it. And that just gets Malicious out of your hand. Only reason why it's played. Last fusion monster is Vision Hero Trinity. This card is low-key MVP in this deck. This is how you OTK going second. He just takes any 3 hero monsters. During the turn he is summoned, his attack is doubled, and during your battle phase, he can attack 3 times on monsters. He cannot attack directly though, but the point is, he's a 5,000 attack monster for a turn that attacks 3 times. That's massive. Also, he's a dark, so you can mass change him out into Dark Law, in case if you don't win, or to help push for game as well. Because, you know, you can't attack directly. Play 2 Synchros. One of them, aside from Lord Omega, in case if you Gamma during your own turn, you rip another card out of their hand. I never use Gamma on my own turn, so I never use Omega. So that, originally this was the Saryuja. So during instead of making Gumblar, I can instead make Saryuja using the Gamma and Driver. But it would come up enough in testing, so I did Omega, and I had no use for it. It probably should have been like an Underclock Taker or something, or a Wee Witch's Apprentice. Both of those I tried out in testing, and both performed relatively well. But I thought Omega was a safer pick. It did nothing. Last Synchro is Naturia Beast, to make it with Attack Gainer and Solid Man. Naturia Beast, it wins games by itself. Typically I want my turn 1 board to be either Dark Law, Nat Beast, and Gumblar, or if I can't do that, you can more easily do Dark Law and Nat Beast Summon Sorceress. And that to do that, all you really need is Solid Soldier and either Shadow Mist or Vion. If you want to add Gumblar in that combo, you just need to open the Hero Lives as well. So Hero Lives, Shadow Mist, Vion. Hero Lives, Vion, Solid Soldier. Which is a pretty common hand to have. Next, the 1 Gumblar to rip out cards. This card wins games by himself. Because if you have Dark Law Gumblar out, what can your opponent realistically do? Unless they're playing something like, I don't know, Shiranui. It's just devastating. The 1 Summon Sorceress for combos. 1 Nightmare Unicorn just to spin away problem cards. Same thing for Nightmare Phoenix. Going second is Hornet Drones into Kagari, get back Hornet Drones again, summon Nightmare Phoenix. Let's pop it back for free. I only used Unicorn once throughout the whole regional, and Phoenix like 2 or 3 times. They weren't all that great. Then I played 2 Isolde. I was only testing 1 originally, but there were some situations where the first effect of Isolde got gammaed, and I could have made the second Isolde to use the second effect. But the second one came up a few times. I'm pretty glad I played 2. Although I did want room for other things for sure. Last card, just the 1 Kagari for going second place. I only really went into it like once or twice. It was alright. As I said, other Link monsters you can play in this deck are things like Firewall Dragon, but only you play Firewall if you have the Nightmare Goblin. I didn't have a Nightmare Goblin before this, but Goblin could help extend combos a lot with Firewall, in case of you Soleil gets Chariot or something like that. Then also Underclock Taker for Trinity OTKs, Wee Witch's Apprentice also for more Trinity OTKs. Nightmare Cerberus could be alright. You could do Reproductus, like how Goki playing Casey Solde gets cherried. You just make you things dinosaurs to make some sorcerers anyway. And then for my side deck, I had no idea what I was going to do for my side deck since I have not been playing this game recently. So I just settled on Triple Droll, Double Gamma Seal. Gamma Seal helped me OTK once. My opponent had a set card. I just tribute over to set card with Gamma Seal, then OTK with Trinity. 2 Ogre because Firewall sucks. Triple Cherries for Goki, in case anyone else is stupid enough to play Heroes. Double Twin Twisters, and Triple Red Reboot. Overall, this deck performed a lot better than I expected, really. I thought I was going to go 0-3 drop, but instead I went 5-3 and got 58th. Let me just show you a combo real quick. Let's say you opened up the Vion and the Solid Soldier. Summon Solid Soldier, activate effects, special Vion. You dump your Malicious. Wait, let me just zoom out real quick. Ignore my ugly table. So Vion effect activates. Sending Malicious to Grieve. I'm going to get the Field Center out too. This is very professional. Malicious effects. Summon another copy of itself. Take away these two to make Isolde. If I can find it. Here it is. Isolde effect. Depending on which route you want to go down here, either add Honest Neos if you're going to just stop at Summon Sorceress, Nat Beast, Dark Law, or if you're going for Gumblar, you add Celestial. Let's just add the Honest Neos for this combo. Summon Sorcerer's second effect to dump the 4 equips. Summon Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist activate, grab Mass Change. These two can link away into Summon Sorceress. Activate Summon Sorceress effect since it points to Solid Soldier. You can summon Attack Gainer. These two are going to get synchroed into Nat Beast. And now Malicious is going to activate in Graveyard again. Banish. Summon another copy. And hey, look, you have a Dark Law now. But let's say you don't care about the Nat Beast and you want them to have no hand. So let's start this combo over and see what we can do with this. The same opening hand. Yeah, sorry. So once more, the opening hand was these two cards. So you have this. Violent effect activates, dump Malicious. Make your Isolde. Effects. This time, let's grab Celestial. Dump your 4 equips, summon Shadow Mist. Grab Mass Change. Malicious effects. Banish itself. Summon another one. Link these two into the Summon Sorceress. Activate effect, just grab anything, it doesn't matter at all. You just do this just for the extra body. I usually just do Shadow Mist because you just get the extra search when it's destroyed. These two get linked away into the Gumblar. You add your Phoenix Blade back by banishing 2 warriors from grave. Set the Mass Change. So keep in mind, you have at least 3 more cards in hand right now. So set whatever you need. Use Malicious effects. Banish itself. Gumblar trigger, since the card was summoned to a zone it points to. Discard 2 random cards. Rip out a card from your opponent's hand. Now you can use Phoenix Blade again. Add it back to hand. You should hopefully have another card in hand. Then during the opponent's turn, you mass change into Dark Law. And then you discard the last 2 cards in your hand probably, and then rip out, banish 2 cards from their hand. And now they're stuck with only 2 cards in hand, and they're facing now Dark Law and Gumblar. As I said before, if you open up a Hero Lives, that puts an extra body on the board, and that helps you end with also a Nat Beast right here, since you'll have the extra monster, and then so you dump 1 off Isolde to summon an attack gainer over here or wherever. Then the Summon Sorceress will point to the attack gainer and summon a Solid Soldier from deck. Those 2 will synchro off into Natura Beast while this is still a Summon Sorceress. And then you still have extra materials to make the Gumblar. Then you still have the extra Mally to put on board to trigger Gumblar. And then, of course, you'll have the mass change because you Hero Lived into Shadow Mist to make the Dark Law on your opponent's turn. So then they have to stare down a Dark Law, Gumblar, and Nat Beast with only 2 cards in hand. Regaki can't save them. They kind of need evenly matched to be one on those cards. But then you have a Celestial Engrave to recover next turn, and they only have 1 card left, and you will still either have a Dark Law or a Nat Beast. So it is pretty good. But if you go second, that same hand is an OTK, which is pretty good, I have to say. So here's what that OTK looks like. So once more, you have the Solid Man, you have the Vion. Vion dump Mally. Mally trigger. Doesn't really matter where you trigger things as long as they do activate. So link off into your Isolde once more. Grab anything. Isolde effect to summon the Shadow Mist once again. Mist. Shadow Mist activate. Search out the mass change. Oh wait, I messed up. You need to keep Vion on fields. Yeah, you have to keep Vion on fields. So this way, you use Vion effect, banish a hero monster, and then add the polymerization. Then from here, you just make Summon Sorceress, as always. Summon whatever, doesn't matter at all. It's probably best to summon a Solid Soldier here, because even though Summon Sorceress negates the effect of the monster while on the field, it doesn't negate the graveyard effect, so if you poly with the thing, you still get the effect. And then from here, you can actually, I didn't really do this too much in the original, so I'm lazy. You can add the Phoenix Blade back to hand. These 2 can make Gumblar. And then, see, this is if you don't feel like you need the mass change this turn. So you can set, so if you do this, you set mass change. Or if you don't want a Gumblar yet, you can keep it like this for right now. Use from here, you can just straight activate polymerization, sending these guys away to summon the Trinity. Trinity is now a 5k attack because it attacks 3 monsters each turn. So he is pretty big, so you just attack, 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 attack. If they're not dead yet, mass change into Dark Law or Anki if they have another monster. Then you just attack and win. And then if they're somehow still alive, then, oh well, they're not gonna be alive for too much longer. So anyway, that's it for the deck profile. Sorry, things were a little messy at the end. I just get a little excited when I show off this deck because of how much passion I have for heroes. Anyway, hope all you guys enjoy that I finally posted a new hero list. Anyway, see you later.